I heard you crying loud all the way across town. Yeah. No time that sets the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around.
Are you ready for probably the easiest tone that you'll ever dial in? This request came a while back. Somebody asked for some Dookie era Green Day, and I was like, I can do it. Because A, the tone's not that difficult to dial in, and B, the song is super easy to play. And especially if you're a beginner. If you're a beginner and you like Green Day, perfect song to learn. Let's get to it. Starting right off from the panel, we use Chain 2-1 because even though I only have a booster on this tone, I left that mod open there just so you might be able to throw a compressor on there if you wanted to. But all we have is a boost, equalizer in the effects, and a reverb and noise suppressor, and that's it on this one. There's no parametric EQ, no contour, nothing like that. So let's go across our panel right now. We've got a crunch amp, and we have the gain at 45 and the volume at 57. I screwed up a little earlier, so those settings are already there for you. I had the bass up to 56, and I turned the mids down just a little bit to 40. And I bumped the highs up to 68. Over here, we're using a vintage cabinet, and we're going to bump the presence up to 70. Now let's work on the boost. Now, I was looking at Quipboard, and Billy Joe Armstrong, his guitar tech showed what he used, and it's a very basic setup. He was using a blues driver and a Boss EQ GE7. So I got a good look at him, and I kind of emulated exactly how he had him. Not exactly how he had him, because it's kind of hard with the booster, because the pedals aren't exactly the same when you go to the boost here on the settings. You know, a BD2 only has 3 knobs on it, whereas you can see here, you're going to have level, bottom, tone, and drive. So you kind of got to play with the tone and bottom to figure it out. But he was using a blues driver, so put the good old blues driver on there. And the blues driver, if you've never used it, is a very versatile pedal. The Boss BD2 can be used for rock, blues, and even metal. It's just an all-around great distortion pedal. Overdrive, call it what you want. So turn on the blues driver, and we got our drive pushed up to about, I think it's 49 or 50. We got it at 50. We got the effects level at 50, and we're going to keep the bottom right. I got it set right 3 right now, and we're going to bump that tone up to about 16. See what we're feeling like right now. Next up, we have by the way, I didn't use anything over here. Those are your settings over there, 50, 16, 3, and 50. Then I didn't use a mod, but if you wanted to, you could throw a light compressor in there. It's not really necessary. And then next up, I had effects, and I had a graphic equalizer in there. Where's it at here? Oh, there we go. And what I did, I looked at his pedal, because the video showed a pretty good view of his pedal board, and you could see the GE7. So I just kind of tried to dial it in with close to what I saw he had on there. So I left the lows as they were, because the 7 only has 70 bands on it. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You don't really have to worry about this one, because it does really nothing, because it's way out of the frequency, and these ones you don't really need those lows. So he had, I think it was around 100. The frequencies aren't quite the same with the GE7 as they are here, so I just tried to get it ballpark it. And I had the 125 at 7, as well as a 250. And then both the 500 and the 1000 at plus 10. Then the 2 at 7. And 4 at 6. And lastly, the 8000 was at 4. And then I had the level just at 0. Let's see what we're sounding like now with it on. I have the noise suppressor over here. You can hear a little bit of noise there, so I want to get rid of that. Let's turn on the noise suppressor. I do have it set at about 53, but set it to where it works for you. So now, much better. And lastly, we're going to throw a reverb on here, and it's just going to be a simple room reverb. And it's going to be a very light reverb. We're going to have it at 1 second for reverb time, 10 milliseconds on the pre-delay. Both of these I just put out flat. I put the density at 4, and I've got the level at 30. And I've got the direct mix at 100. So we're all dialed in, and let's see how we're sounding. That's it. You're all dialed in. You can jam along with that tune. It's a really fun song to play, even though it's so simple. And anybody can learn it. And even if you're a beginner, you could learn that solo. I didn't bother playing with the solo when I did it. I just didn't feel like it. But like I said, anybody can learn how to play it. It's here really quick, about 5 to 8 more seconds in the mix, and then we'll close it out. That is going to wrap it up. I do have to say that this may be the last tone tutorial I might do for another week or two. I do have some gear reviews that I need to knock out. So I'll be working on that and doing a little practicing on my own. I'm getting kind of rusty just doing these tone tutorials every week, so I need to work on my own skills. But that's going to do it. If you want to download this, it'll be down in the description, the link to Boss Tone Exchange. So go get the tone there and have fun with it. Hit that like button if you like this video. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button if you want to know when I post a video. Hit that little bell notification. Notification. We'll see you next time.